I thought gorgeous Gino Giovanni told you last month here, you are not qualified to announce him. So I'm going to do it.
And after the NEWA YPW deal fell through, I didn't see Bobby again until the mid to late 90s when I started working for Yankee Pro Wrestling. And at the time, Bobby Cruz was the resident ring announcer.
Tonight, we take on... What, you gonna leave early? We take...
I don't think Bobby and I get along too well during that first year or two.
TNT Terry Thomas and Alex Payne!
After just a few months of being with Yankee, anytime you saw Bobby Cruz and myself in the same ring together, it always ended up in a brawl.
Nobody wants to hear your crap.
It was always Gino Giovanni whipping Bobby Cruz's ass all over the ring, but on a rare occasion, Bobby did get the upper hand. And anytime that happened, I either had the flu or diarrhea or something like that, and Bobby was always right there with the cheap shot because that's the kind of guy he was at the time. He was a weasel. And I don't remember how it initially came about, but eventually Bobby Cruz and I saw eye to eye because of our mutual hatred for then Yankee Pro Wrestling owner Joe Eugenio. And what transpired from there was some of the most god-awful matches I think any wrestling fan's ever seen, but they were entertaining in their own right. Then on one side of the ring you have myself, Bobby Cruz, sometimes Mike Stryker, against Joe Eugenio, the Yankee Pro Wrestling commissioner, and then random wrestlers kind of floated in and out for Joe's team. So anytime you had us in there with Joe, there was always something interesting that happened. I'm not saying it was good, it was interesting. I remember one time Bobby gave Joe Eugenio a Bronco Buster. It was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen. Mike Stryker threw Joe Eugenio out of the ring, and Joe was no small guy. And Joe hit the ground with such a force, just the sound it made was sickening. And of course I ran over there, punched Joe in the face a couple times. But the greatest thing was Bobby Cruz doing a dance on the ring apron, and I remember him like just shaking around. I don't know what he was doing, but Bobby Cruz actually danced when Joe Eugenio hit the floor. When Bobby and I were raising hell in Yankee, there was one segment in particular that I've never been so proud, I think, of Bobby than I was that night. It was a segment that Bobby and I fondly call the Camp Eugenio segment.
First order of business, as the president of this trash company, I would like to wish all the mothers out there in advance a happy Mother's Day for next week. However, Fall River is like any other place. And moving forward, I can celebrate Mother's Day by receiving 5 different gifts from 5 different children, all having 5 different fathers. Now people wonder, what should I get my mother for Mother's Day? Some of the weakness, it's maybe ice cream, or maybe some of it's chocolate. But in Fall River, all you gotta do is get some heroin, and they're all set for a year. Now, Bobby Cruz, you came out here, and you said something to the fans you should never have said, Bobby Cruz. We want to wish everybody here Mother's Day, a very happy Mother's Day for next week. That wasn't very nice what you said, Bobby. And you will pay for that later on tonight, Bobby Cruz. And I have a special guest who's going to join me in my corner. Gerard, where are you, Gerard? So whole show like you own the place or something, Joe. I mean, the only thing to ROHs should be tagging up with is a bar of soap. No, need for that. No need for that. Don't stop me then, Joe. As a man, you're gonna stop me? You're gonna stop my big mouth? Joe Gino doesn't like it when I say bad words like sucker ass. I know what I like. But everyone here knows you, Gino. You slob. You're a piece of garbage, Gino. You're the only guy I know that can catch a curveball in his ass cheeks. That's Show You Junior. You're full of hard work. You're full of hard work, number one. And everybody here is going to see by the end of the night tonight what kind of person you really are. You're going to get what you have coming to you tonight. I've never seen anyone, I don't know if you guys noticed this, I've never seen anyone that attach their butt cheeks and turn into wrestlers. Look at that. That is great. Very nice. Very impressive. Most impressive, Mr. Eugenio. Are they part of Camp Eugenio too? I try to refrain, try to be as nice as possible, because it is a family event, but there's only a few things that can describe you, and Bobby Cruz, and I'll ask Striker to this thing. You three assholes will get what you need tonight.
Eugenio, if anyone knows about assholes in Camp Eugenio, it's you. And I guarantee you're not winning anything tonight.
And then it was decided that Bobby would be the booker of Yankee Pro Wrestling. And by far, one of the most exciting, fun times that I've ever had in my entire career at Yankee. I was very happy at that time. As anybody knows who's worked with Bobby or has been to one of Bobby's shows, it's one of the most high-class, exciting events that's happened. And you'd have to take my word for it. Ask anybody who's been to any show that Bobby's been involved with. The man puts 110% in his whole heart into any event that he's involved with or runs.